Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Real Hatfield Town here on Football Manager 2021. I have some club updates to share, which I will go through momentarily. First of all, though, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be doing today. So, despite the fact we had a really good result at the weekend, and since the weekend I've had some more good results. We actually, so what was it? Torrid side we played last time out. Since then, I've beaten, is that Potton? I think that says Potton, 3-0. Biggleswade was a 3-all draw. That was a strange one. We actually had to come back with the last minute equaliser from Dippo. And we were 3-1 down at one point, which wasn't particularly good. Considering we went 1-0 up and then instantly conceded, it could have easily gone badly, but we ended up getting back into it. Watson with a goal and then Dippo with a goal. We then beat Colney Heath 3-1 here, and again we were 2-0 up and cruising, and then they scored, and after that it looked a little bit ropey. We had to rely on an own goal right near the end to get us over the line. And then this one here against Bedford in the Spartan South Midlands League Challenge Trophy first round. So last time out was actually it was the FA Vars, never mind. The one before. Actually, when did we play in this? I thought we have played in this before. Maybe not. Maybe not. But yeah, we won 4-2, but don't let that fool you. We were actually 2-0 up. Baker scoring twice in the first 23 minutes, and then they scored twice in the second half and took us to extra time. We then had an absolute barnstormer of a goal from Hudson Doncaster, and then an equally good finish from Akinyemi that got us through. We're riding our luck a little bit. So today, one of the things I'm going to be doing is having a look at player traits again. So we've had some new people join the club since the last time we did this. We've also had people come through, like Harwood, since the last time we did this. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to start looking at what they're doing and whether they're any good at it or not. So first of all, you are going to actually be retrained as a wing-back set to attack, not defend, because I want him to get forward more. And with that, I'm also going to look at his... actually, I was going to say crossing, but maybe just passing. Although passing's pretty good. No, I think I will stick with crossing, because it gets his technique up as well. And for his traits here, might look at movement. And what have we got? Do we want him to hug the touchline? Possibly. Run with the ball more often. I don't know if that's good. Maybe 1-2s. And we'll ask for their suggestions. It says start diving. No, I would prefer us to proceed with what I suggested for Harwood there. Whether that actually works out for him or not, I don't know. But yeah, now the plan is to go through most of the first team squad now and look at the sort of things they do that annoy me and whether or not we can actually train it out of them. So, for example, Sadler is one who's guilty of just kicking the ball forward a lot. So I'm going to see if there's a way that we can make him stop doing that. So if we go to passing here, we can do simple passing, or avoid attempting through balls, or see, that one we don't want him to do. I think this one, simple passing game. Yeah, thinks it's suitable. So he's actually got a passing of 7, which isn't terrible at this this level. I might also coach his passing just to get it up a little bit higher, because it also gets his technique up too. Now, he's the same age as me, and we are 2 seasons in right now. So, yeah, he's pushing 30. So I don't think he'll learn much more now. Older players tend to find it harder to learn new traits and new skills. But it's still something worth looking into, because it can sometimes have an immediate effect. Spooner, it looks like he's already been done. He might be one of the demonstration ones, actually, we were working on before. Argent. So yeah, he's got defensive positioning being trained right now. His positioning is going up, so that is having an effect. Let's have a look at his technique training, maybe. Bring the ball out of defence. Or move the ball to his left foot before dribbling. That's not a bad one. We'll see what the suggestion is. Start marking opponents tight. No, I don't like that. I'm going to stick to what I asked for, please. So, this is what we're going to be doing for today. But while we're doing it, I'm going to talk a little bit about the weekend just gone. So, I talked about the stream and how we beat Torridside AFC 5-0. But also, this weekend, I went back home for the first time in a couple of weeks, which is nice. Nice to see the family again. But the main reason I went back home was actually Hatfield Town kicked off their season in real life. So, they were playing against Glen Sports, and I went along. My girlfriend came along too. You might have seen the match report that I wrote and the photos that were taken by my girlfriend. She's now, well, I keep saying she's officially a sports photographer now, but she's not having it. But yeah, it was a good game. Despite the result, it was a good game. So for those who don't know, we lost 2-0. But I really don't think the scoreline tells the full story. I counted they had maybe 2-3 shots on target, and scored 2 of them, obviously. Both of which were poor defending. One was the goalkeeper came and didn't claim it, and one was unmarked header in the box. So, on another day, before actually I talk about that, I'm just going to mention this one quickly. So I think for Hammond, I'm going to do something similar, but I'm going to try to get him to do killer through balls, because he does do killer through balls as is. So it'll be nice to get that going, and he's got good passing too. And I'm going to do something similar for Harding, because he apparently is the team's, or was the team's Javi. But yeah, it was a really good game to watch. I think Hatfield gave a good account of themselves, considering it's the new manager's first official game in charge, competitive game in charge, and for a lot of the squad, their first game, their first chance to show what they can do. There are a couple of players who I think look really exciting. I think we're very lucky to have them, and on another day, the result could easily have gone our way. So I'm not too disheartened. Do I want him to work on crossing? No, I don't really. Well, can we get him to work on technique maybe? Like ball control? That'd be a good one, I would say. And then we'll work on passing for him too. But yeah, I think it was one of those games where they just the opposition took their chances. Glen Sports, they had their chances and they took them. Simple as that. So it was a shame. We didn't see the new kit yet either. I think that's still being finished, but hopefully that will look really cool once it's done. Shoot from... Actually, I like that suggestion. Let's go with that, because he did score one at the weekend, Harding. The other thing, so some of the players from the squad currently, the real life squad, are still in this series. So I think there were 5 players that I recognised on Saturday. Murray started in goal. Nathan Studholme started at right back, which I thought was an unusual decision, but he actually did okay. He did okay there. Argent started at left back. Ethan Hughes, who I think is at West Brom in the game now on here, he started in midfield. Hammond started in midfield. And that's it, isn't it? That's the 5, yeah. Apparently there are a couple of other players still kicking around who weren't available for the weekend's game, but will be available for future matches. They are actually at home again this weekend, and I hope to be... Actually, I'm kind of conflicted, and I probably shouldn't say this out loud, because I'm a season ticket holder at Stevenage as well. And Stevenage are at home, and I missed their first game of the season because I was away. And they're at home this weekend, and I'm torn as to which one to go to. Definitely torn. No, I want Gonzalez Velasco to be a bit more skillful, and I'm going to get him to work on his technique as well, ball control. Yeah, oh, oops. Quickness, no. Agility and balance. No, I think ball control. That's a good one. We'll see where we can go with that. So yeah, I don't know for certain yet which match I'll be at, but if I'm at the Hatfield game, then of course you'll get the match report again. If I'm at the Stevenage game, then I'll just talk about it in next Tuesday's episode, what happened. I'll ask John to keep me updated. It's really difficult supporting all these different teams because Stevenage have had a great start to the season. They've won all 3 games they've played so far, whereas Newcastle lost against West Ham, but I think total BS on the penalty. I don't know if anyone saw the West Ham Newcastle game, or Newcastle West Ham game, I should say. Total BS. The referee cost us that game. Some of his decision making was awful, let's be honest. So I'm just deciding what I'm going to do here. What's your decisions? Your decisions is quite high. Maybe agility and balance. Mind you, you've got good agility. Corners, you're really good. Final third, maybe? Composure and decisions. Let's go with that. Let's go with that for now. So yeah, just difficult being a football fan. That's where I was going with this sometimes. But I mean, my mum's a Chelsea fan. She's happy. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Chelsea at the moment. What they're doing, the whole spending money thing's fine, but just what they did to Lampard, I'm not a huge fan of. Not a huge fan. What have we got here? First touch is a 9. Dribbling is a 9, and technique is a 9. I kind of want, I want Studholme to carry the ball a lot more. And I mean, I've got to stop asking the same coach each time. I'd love him to kill the ball with the outside of his foot, but I can't see that happening. Running with the ball more often. Yeah, let's go with that. That's actually exactly what I wanted him to do. We got Baker up front here. Now, Baker, there's not much I would change about his game, to be honest. He's pretty damn good. We've got him trying first-time shots. I think we gave that to him last season, and he's definitely reaping the rewards of that. Definitely. But I'm going to add a little bit more to that if I can. Long-range free kicks, maybe. I'll put my arm around him as well. Just to creep him out a little bit. Try long shots whenever possible. Or go around the keeper or blast the ball. I like the blast the ball one, actually. That sounds good. Yeah. We'll see what his suggestion is. Move the ball onto his left foot. No. Let's go with strap a cannon to his foot and let's smash it into the back of the net so hard that the keeper goes with it. I think the last couple of players here, I'm going to work with the twins here because, Afsar definitely tries killer balls often and he pulls them off more often than not as well. I would like to get him working on crossing. His technique's great, but his crossing is actually terrible. And considering he plays out wide, that is something we need to work on. And then also maybe, he's got good technique. So let's have a look at this. Tricks and skills. Perfect. Good stuff. So we've got both right wingers now getting tricky. Let's see what Akram's got to offer. Runs with ball down left, tries tricks. So he's already on the trickster. His crossing is also... In fact, these two might have the same stats. I might have just given them the same stats, which isn't necessarily the best way of doing this, but hey-ho. What do I get you to work on? Final third, composure and decisions. Your composure is low, and your decisions is dropping, which isn't great. Or attacking movement. Off the ball is a 4. Anticipation is a 6. Decisions is I'm going to get you to work on attacking movement. Let's go with it. And then here we'll get one of the mental coaches here and we'll stick with movement as well. Try and beat the offside trap or move into channels. Let's see. Maybe 1-2s. Attempt overhead kick. Ooh. Okay. Let's go with that, because we don't have many players doing that. So that's the twins sorted. Akinyemi I'm pretty happy with, so I'm not going to worry too much about him. Maybe some of the younger players, like Cotter. What's he bringing to the party right now? He places his shots. Cool. I'm going to get him to work on finishing. So what's that? Shooting. Finishing, long shots and technique. So his finishing's only an 8. His long shots are 7. His technique, though, is good. But we'll get the other 2 boosted. And we've got him placing shots. So I think right now, maybe his movement training. Is there like a... We can get him to move into channels or try and beat the offside trap. I like the offside trap one because he's quick, is he not? Yeah, he's got 12 and 14 for pace and acceleration. So that would be perfect. Main. He is going out on loan, I believe, but we can still... Actually, no. Yeah, if he's going out on loan, let's not look at him too much. Griffiths. That's definitely someone I would like to look at too. He's our brightest player right now. And he's quick. So let's try and capitalise on that. First of all, what could we improve on with him? Free kick taking, heading maybe, long throws, marking, penalty taking, tackling. They're not really things he needs to worry about. Anticipation, perhaps. So off the ball, anticipation and decisions. Yes, all of those I think need to be worked on. Alright, and then here, I want him to try and whip the ball in faster, like get it into the middle. So, maybe killer balls? Or that one, actually. Knock the ball past opponents. That's a good one. Don't mind that. Okay, that's Griffiths done. Rice Puto I'm going to ignore for now. And Cantwell I'm going to ignore. Hilton, though. So he's going to play either as a left winger or as a striker. So for that reason, I kind of want him to work on his crossing. Because that also boosts his technique. And let's go with movement training for him too. Dribble down the left flank. No, I want him to dribble down the left flank more. I mean, again, he's quick, but we've got too many quick strikers right now who are going to run in behind. I'm going to quickly go back to Rice Puto as well. We are going to get into the match in a minute. We've actually got a big game to worry about today. So it's worth keeping an eye. Oh, he's actually working on passing already. That's good. And he curls the ball. Is that with the outside of his foot? Maybe not. Let's see if I can. So let's go with technique. Oh, is he right-footed? I think he is right-footed, isn't he? Do you have any suggestions? Try and knock in the ball. Nah, I want him to go outside of the foot. That's what he brings to the party, if he can actually do it, of course. Right, so before we get into the game, we have got a couple of other announcements here. So first of all, we've got Lewis Reed and Dan Gardner. Is it Lewis or Louis? I'm going to say Lewis for now. And Dan Gardner in on trial. I'm still looking for that creative midfielder, and I'm really leaning towards both, actually. Because Lewis Reed is a really good out-and-out midfielder. You can also play as a DM and be comfortable as either of those. The one that excites me though is Gardner. He's 32, but look how versatile he is. He can play as a cam, a central midfielder. He can even play as a left winger, and I think he can play like both wings here. Could also be as an emergency striker if necessary, and an emergency right winger. So I'm still building up my knowledge on them, which is why I haven't put any offers in yet. But I think both of them are on my wish list right now for sure. Going back to this then, so we're playing Staining in the FA Vars second qualifying round. So last week we played the first qualifying round, this week we're playing the second qualifying round. So I'm going to progress the game here, and we're going to get into it. Now, my recent trophy or competition results haven't been great. We won the last game 4-2 off camera, and we won the game at the weekend 5-0. But that does not mean that we're out of the woods when it comes to our competition performances. There's a lot of work still to be done, and a lot of patience, I suppose, needed. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to look at player development today. Obviously, we've got a lot of players now working on a lot of different things. We've only got a small coaching team, so I don't know, like, the number of coaches actually affects how quickly they can pick up new skills. Hopefully that's not the case, but you never know. But yeah, it's going to take time for some of these players. The younger players are obviously going to learn a lot faster, and that's fine. I'm excited about that. But are you still working on... Hopefully you still are. Like Cotter, for example, I really want him to pick up the offside trap one, because you can imagine him playing as a striker and just running in behind constantly. And maybe once that's done, we can start looking at his finishing. So we got him placing shots, which is fine. But I would love it if we could have him maybe go around the keeper as well. So break through behind the offside trap, or break the offside trap, I should say, and then run around the keeper and then slot it into the empty net. If we can get his composure up and we can get his finishing up and things like that, he'll be a very, very useful asset. One thing I've particularly enjoyed recently is telling Hudson Doncaster to shoot more often, because boy does he now shoot more often, and he's scored some absolute net busters recently, which I'm very, very happy with. So very, very glad that I got him doing that, and that's where you start to see the effect that the coaching and the instructions actually has, not just on the player but also the team as a whole, because his goals in that position have helped us win matches that we perhaps wouldn't otherwise have won. Right then, let's get into the game. So Curtis Guthrie's still injured. I did rotate the squad a little bit for the last couple of matches. I'm actually going to switch these because I'm not going to be working with a match plan today. I have been working with a match plan off camera, but I'm going to be turning that off in a second. Now, one of the first things I want to do is actually bring Griffiths back into the starting lineup, which means dropping, dare I say it, Afsar, and putting Griffiths in and having Gonzalez Velasco on the bench. I also want to bring Gadger back into the mix, which means dropping Walton, and I want to start Gadger instead of Harding. So Harding's there to come off the bench if necessary. And anyone else? I kind of want... Oh, Evans coming back in, of course. I think he was suspended for the last game, that's why he wasn't in. So we'll have him swap with Newman, and then he'll swap with Sadler. Anybody else? I kind of want to replace Studholm at left wing, but he's been playing well recently and scoring. And Rice Puto's injured. No, he's not injured. He's suspended, sorry. So, yeah. I'm going to leave it as this. So, Extents in goal. Argent, Evans, Spooner and Harwood across the back. Gadger and Hammond in midfield. Studholm, Hudson, Doncaster and Griffiths across the advanced midfield. And then Baker up front. Benches Ruiz, Sadler, Watson, Harding, Gonzalez Velasco, Akram Chowdhury and Akinyemi. Let's play football, shall we? I've already got it set to extended. There's the crowd noise. Go and carry on where you left off last time. Remind me to very quickly turn off the match plan. There we go. Match plan off. Let's go. So we're in our away kit, our temporary away kit. We're only using this for one season, of course, because we will switch to the new purple and white kits for Hatfield Town for next season, season 4 of the Real Hatfield Town. The thing that I'm most... Oh, Hammond's injured already. That's not good, is it? Although he seems okay. The thing that kind of makes me a bit shocked and feel old and all that kind of stuff is we're almost up to episode 50 of this series already. And we started it back in March, I believe. Oh, what a goal that is. Oh, disallowed. Never mind. Yeah, we're only... yeah, can't speak now. We're only, what, month 4? And we're in season 4 and we're almost at episode 50. So we're kind of flying through this pretty damn quick. Pretty damn quick. It's not bad at all. Soon we'll be celebrating episode 100, another series to get to episode 100. It'll be nice. Right, Baker playing it out wide to Studholme. That's a really good takedown. Goes for goal, straight at the keeper. That was one of the problems that Hatfield, the actual Hatfield, had the other day, in fact, was we had a lot of chances where we were through on goal. And we kind of hit the ball straight at the opposition goalkeeper, which didn't do us any favours. I'd have liked to have seen maybe, you know, being a bit cute with it and going for the bottom corner or trying to round the keeper or something like that. You know, I get that at this level especially, you don't necessarily have the composure to be able to go around the keeper and things like that. But just a little bit more level-headedness in key attacking areas, I think, was needed. But it is the first game of the season, and there were some moments where you can kind of see the squad was still gelling. They haven't quite got used to each other yet. And it will come. You know, we had so many good chances. Eventually they will get put away. So long as you keep making chances, you will be okay. If the chances dry up, that's when you're in trouble. But we don't look like we're in any danger of that happening anytime soon. Hopefully not, anyway. But we'll see how the next couple of matches go. But it was fun to be there. It was fun to actually see Hatfield play. For so long I've been playing as them on Football Manager and talking about them, and it's only this year that I've finally been able to actually see them play. Considering they're so close to me geographically, it's been amazing that it's taken me this long, to be honest. Hudson Doncaster there going for goal. That's the shoot more often kicking in there. Good run here from Griffiths. He just cut the ball back. I mean, he tried to hit Baker, I suppose, so it wasn't bad. And then Gadger there finding Hudson Doncaster on his weaker foot, which wouldn't have helped things. But yeah, straight at the defender. Hudson Doncaster now on the free kick. Over the wall, straight at the keeper. Bit too central, that one. Couldn't really do much with it. If it was slightly to the right, he might have been able to go top corner. Is Baker onside here? I don't think he is. No, he's not. I had a feeling he wasn't. As soon as he started running, I kind of had a feeling that he was offside. I am going to keep an eye on Hammond. He says he's injured, but he's actually in a better condition than most of the rest of the squad, to be honest. So I'm not going to panic too much yet. Oh, this is a nice build-up. Oh, offside again. Baker again, was it? Or was it Studholme? Studholme this time. Studholme, Hudson Doncaster and Argent are all in worse condition than Hammond right now. That would have been a really nice goal as well if it had counted. But I will keep an eye on Hammond just in case. Just in case. How are we doing for time? We're coming up to the 34th minute. In fact, we just entered the 34th minute. A ball over the top there from David. Evans with the volley back. Baker nods it down to Hudson Doncaster. He tried to knock it back through to Baker. Studholme now. He goes long over the top to Griffiths. Nice touchdown. Beats his man, whips it across. There's the header from Studholme, and that will count. Hudson Doncaster with the nod back to him. The keeper there, yeah, it's kind of looped over him. It says he came out and was beaten to it, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I think the ball just went over his head. Really good play here from Griffiths. A little bit of a step over there by the looks of things. Great cross. Hudson Doncaster with a knockdown. I wouldn't say their keeper came for it. He just got beaten. It went over his head. Not great goalkeeping, but I'm not going to complain because it means we're 1-0 up. So I'll take that all day long. Gadget here trying to win it back, and he does. That was well played too. Baker now with a chance to run with it. Beats his man. Bearing down on goal. Is he going to shoot? He's not. He's going to hold it up. Try and bring someone else into play. There's Griffiths. Oh, good save. Really, really good play from Baker there. It looked like he was going to pull it back to Studholme. And then suddenly he whips it across the face of goal. See Griffiths taking up position at the back post there. Just side-footed it. If he'd gone with his laces, I mean, there's a chance he'd have skied it, of course. But if he'd gone with his laces, he may have found the back of the net there. May have. We are approaching half-time. Hudson Doncaster is looking very, very tired. I kind of want to bring him off at half time. We'll see how he is. So we're at half time now. We'll see how he is. First of all, let's have a look at the analytics as well. We've definitely got them pinned back. They're trying to match us formation-wise as well, which is quite rare at this level. We'll see where we're at with Hudson Doncaster. What is his condition at? He's got a very high risk of injury right now. So I think we'll do the sensible thing and bring him off. The question is, who do we bring on? It's Harding or it's Watson. I think it's going to be Harding. I think it's going to... Either that or we go 2 up top. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to bring Harding on. We'll go like for like. Yeah, I mean, are you good as a... You're not really good at any of these, to be honest. What about Gadger? Can he play as... Let's just swap him around and look at it that way, shall we? Yes, he can. Perfect. In that case, we'll bring Gadger on to play as a shadow striker. And we'll have Harding drop back into midfield alongside Hammond. Let's go, second half. This is purely to protect Hudson Doncaster. He's our best player. He got the assist for the goal. I love him to pieces. He's so good. But I can't afford for him to get injured because we really do need him. It's a nice run from Griffiths here. And he crosses it in. Baker couldn't get there. Baker he can get isolated in matches, and it's not his fault. It's more he just gets marked out of the game. Both centre-backs pick him up. And then he'll suddenly have a spark of genius where he'll manage to beat his man and get a shot away. And that's what I really like about him, is that he just knows how to beat a defender. He can get ganged up on, but when he finds that little bit of inspiration, it's a really good asset to have. He's already got his 10 goals and assists bonus. Actually, I was going to ask about that. Is it 10 goals and assists, or is it 10 goals or assists? Because whatever it is, he's got his £1,000 bonus, which is, I mean, no one's going to sniff at that, are they? That's very nice money to have. And he's in here. Oh, he put it wide. I was fully expecting the offside flag to go up there. It didn't. But he didn't keep it on target. Hammond with the killer ball there. He just lofted it with the outside of his left foot. And it just fell the wrong side of the post for us. And I think our opposition there has got away with one. For sure. What's the match stats? We've had, what, 8 shots, 4 on target. They've had 1 and 1, I think I saw there. So as long as it stays like that, I'm not too fussed. I would like us to get a second for safety, obviously. This could be a chance for them here, though. Richardson on the left-hand side shoots, but it goes wide. So we've got 2 more subs available to us. I think the next one might be Studholme off and Akram on. So I am taking a big risk here by bringing off the goal scorer. But I think we need that little change on the side here. Especially as we haven't got Hudson Doncaster to link Argent and Studholme together. So having a more out-and-out winger might be a good way to go. And here's Akram's first chance here to make something happen. He feeds it through to Gadger, and Gadger scores. There you go. Instant impact from Akram Chowdhury. Very well played. Great play again here from Baker. Looked like he was going to go through to Gadger, and he just squares it out wide instead. Outside of the right foot there. That's very unusual for him to play it with the outside of his weaker foot. But if that's the stride he was on, it's good that he's played it. Very good he's played it. I think that's the first time I've seen the game tell me to sub someone off because they're close to a suspension as well. I'm more worried about the fact that Argent's tired, to be honest. Sorry, I've got hiccups now as well. That's nice. So I'm going to bring Ruiz on, which means I can't technically do this one now. I want to see what happens if I click do it. Like, does the game just implode or something? Don't know. Evans with the long ball forward. Baker losing out that time. Evans again though. He's played it into the channel. Baker is interested in this one. He's running it down. Keeper launches it forward. Hammond heads to Griffiths. Infield to Gadger. Gadger with a shooting opportunity here, maybe. And there is the shot, and he hits it straight at Williams. Not bad. Don't mind that. If it goes in, we'll be saying that's a goal of the season contender. So I can't blame him too much for having a shot there. We are coming up to the end of the match now, into the four minutes of injury time. There goes the first one, there goes the second one, here comes the third one, and we're into the 95th minute now, so this will be the end of the game. As Anderson there sweeps it away, and that is the end of the game. That was a very, very good performance from the lads there. Man of the match, Kieran Extents, believe it or not. He only had to deal with one shot. I don't know how he's won man of the match. I personally would have given it to Baker, who only got a 6.7. That's incredible. Gadger got a 7.1. Studholme got a 7.1. Hudson Doncaster with a 7.0, which I think is also a little harsh. I'd have put him at a 7.2, maybe a 7.3. Evans got a 7.2, for Christ's sake. How did Evans, Spooner and Harwood get such high ratings? I don't really see our defence doing much during the game. That's unusual. Analytics again, I mean, we just smushed them completely in that second half. And look how high Baker is compared to their striker. Incredible. Great performance. Really, really happy with that. It's only 2-0, but those 2 goals were so, so vital in the grand scheme of things. Right. Before I sign off, just going to wait for the game to finish doing its thing. And I'm going to have a quick look at the schedule and decide which game we're going to record for Sunday. So I am still pre-recording the weekend videos right now. I will at some point run a test stream from my current location. So I'm staying with my girlfriend down in Kent. I will do a test stream. It will not necessarily be an official entry in the series. I just want to have a test to see how well my setup would work down here with streaming, because back home the internet's a bit more powerful, mainly because we live in a more built up area, to be honest, whereas down here it's a bit more rural, sorry, not rural, I don't even know what I said the first time, it was wrong. It's a bit more rural down here, so the internet isn't as reliable, shall we say, but I will give it a test because I want to give it a fair chance. If it works, then great, I can go back to streaming. If it doesn't, then it's not the end of the world. I can just keep doing pre-records. So yeah, Staining beat. We've got Hadley and St Margaret's-Bree in the league next. Then we've got Unknown in the first round proper of the FA Vars, and I think that might be this weekend's match. I am trying to get through this season pretty quickly. As you can see, there's quite a lot of games still to go. Mainly FA Vars and maybe a title-winning match will be the focus of the series moving forward this season. And then obviously next season it'll be whatever we're in there. We have still got the League Challenge Trophy to worry about as well. But that one could sort of take a bit of a backseat in the grand scheme of things. Wow, Gonzalez Velasco has... Okay, because we reached the first round. Okay, that's fair enough. Alrighty then, folks, I'm going to leave it here. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure, by the way, if you're in the area of Hertfordshire, the club will tweet out their fixtures, I'm sure, and I'll share them on my socials. Please do check out Hatfield Town if you're in the area. If you're willing to make the journey, also, that's great. Hopefully I'll see you there. Away matches, I'm not really going to attend many this season, if any. But many home matches. If Stevenage are away, for example, and Hatfield are at home, I will definitely be at Hatfield. If both teams are at home, it might be a bit harder to work out. Mainly because I committed to a Stevenage season ticket without really thinking, A, that I might not be living in Hertfordshire, and B, I just hadn't crossed my mind about Hatfield playing as well. So that's kind of on me. That's my bad. But yeah, I'll try and get to as many home games as possible. And I'll always be helping out the club with match day production and things like that. If you haven't downloaded the program, by the way, the program from last week should still be available. But the program for this week will be going up probably Friday night, maybe Friday afternoon. I'll try and get that done earlier this time around, because I think it went up late on the Friday. So I'll try and get it done maybe during the Friday uploaded, so you can download it. It just, it's free. It doesn't cost anything. The app doesn't cost anything. The program doesn't cost anything. It just helps boost the club. So if you are able to do that as well, that would be absolutely wonderful, and we thank you for it. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series so far. Drop some comments down below, tactics, signings, transfers, all that good stuff. We might have the 2 central midfielders in for the next match as well, which would be great. If not, then hopefully the one after. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to the channel, thank you guys for your continued support. And until next time, I will see you soon.